the things that I thought that Sean Brady should do in this fight, he did them. What's up, Sweet Dreams Nation? So we just had the end of UFC Fight Night at the Apex, Brady versus Burns. It was a good card. I did a breakdown to it, so I'm gonna do a quick reaction to it, real quick. So, and pretty much again, I was kind of on point. I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling myself. I was a little on point with my predictions, other than with a couple shakeups. RongZhu versus Chris Padilla ended with a nasty elbow up the middle from Chris. The forward, he swung the way I said he did, kind of comes forward, leaning heavy on that lead leg. What I did notice from Chris that I liked, he's experienced. He's really experienced. If you look at how he fought in this fight, Rong came out very well in this fight. Gave him some good looks, landed some good strikes, looked fast, and gave him some movement with the lateral movement. Like I said, Chris is a little bit more forward and coming forward at you, but Chris did a great job at patience, and you can tell he's experienced. And he just tried different things, right? He stayed calm, he stayed patient, and he just went from, all right, let me try this. All right, let me try this. All right, let me try this. Even when things weren't working, he didn't get overzealous. He didn't overwork. He didn't try to do too much. He just stuck to throwing out and filling out things, and he started to find his shots. Started finding his combos, and started landing a little bit heavy. He started finding it early with the kick. The calf kicks were working for him in there as well. Then second round, he catches him with that elbow, closes the eye up, and that is good night. Second fight, Trevor Peaks versus Yanal. This kind of went how I thought it would. Trevor looked good. Trevor looked good in this fight. He came out with more patience than we've seen him with before. But a lot of head hunting. There was a lot of head hunting from Trevor in this fight, and I think that ultimately kind of played to his downfall. He was landing some shots. He was able to land shots here and there. But when you're just head hunting and guys are, for the most part, at this level, they're used to protecting their head. So you're not going to land as much to the head as you may have before. That's why you want to work to the body. So you're still landing and you're still doing damage, and you're able to mix it up. But Yanal kind of hung in there. He sat down on his shots. He just swings really big, and he's got that relentless grappling pressure, and that's what he was able to put on Trevor. He was able to put a nasty grappling pressure on him whenever he was able to get him on the ground, and I think ultimately wore Trevor down and got him tired. That's kind of how I saw the fight going. Yanal's forward pressure. He likes to grind you out in the grappling, but Trevor. If I'm Trevor, I want to work to finding my shots, footwork, being able to enter and get there smooth with your feet, and then working to the body, bro. We want to work to the body more. Match Schnell versus Cody Durden. Good fight. Kind of like I said, Cody's well-rounded, well-mixed verse from the he can brawl. He's got hands. He's got good hands, and he has no problem mixing in. He blends that well with his grappling, and that's what happened in this fight. They had a good exchanges standing up. Schnell looked good initially in the beginning of the fight. He looked crispy. At first he got caught a little bit early on, and then made an adjustment, and then Cody made his adjustment and realized, I'm just gonna stay in your face and just keep punching you and keep putting shots on you. And he was able to land. Like I said, Matt just has a problem with just getting hit. He's just very hittable. I don't know if it's the angle that he enters in. He needs to figure out where it is within his physical abilities and his range, or he can keep that good space. But shout out to Cody on the win, able to get it down to the ground and finish it with a submission in the second round. Steve Garcia versus Kyle Nelson was action. It was all action for the most part. Kyle came out with a good strategy. Like I said, Steve is an awkward fighting type of guy. He's got weird long arms. He's able to land punches and come and enter and hit you from different angles that I don't think that that I didn't think that Kyle should have tried to test and figure out on the fly, and he didn't. He came out, initiated the grappling, got into a grappling exchange, but lost the top position. He lost top position, and when he lost top position, Steve was able to just relentless, bro. Relentless. That's another thing from his awkward build. The dude is relentless. Like, I really like this guy. I really like this Steve Garcia. To me, I think we got a little bit of a dark horse here in this Steve Garcia guy. Just because of the awkwardness, and then he's the tenacious nature. He just comes after you. He just relentless, firing shots, letting shots go, not letting Kyle have a break, not letting him breathe. And those shots eventually were able to put him away. And he was able to secure a first-round victory, which, good job, bro. Good job. Jessica Andrade versus Natalia Silva. Great fight. Great fight from both women. Jessica Andrade, as I said before, I wanted to see her more so implement the jab, right? I wanted to see her come out, get that jab going, and use that to kind of work Talia into the cage. Now, she did do a good job of cornering Talia and working her and putting her into the cage and getting in and firing off while she was up against the cage. She did do a good job. She did do a good job in that regard. A lot of what I seen that helped her get Talia to the cage was the leg kick. And Jessica Andrade employed a lead leg kick in this fight that was knocking Talia off balance. And then she used her pressure and the fact that if you want to sit and exchange with me, I can knock your head off to back Talia up. So Talia backed up into the fence, and she was and in that we had some scary moments. Jessica did land some shots. She was able to get off some hooks. She was able to get off some straight shots. What I like from Jessica Andrade in this fight is we saw her implement the leg kick to try to get to something more. So she didn't just try to walk her down. She did to a degree, but that wasn't all. It wasn't just walk down with just hooks. She added a couple more strikes with the straight punches. She added a little uppercut in there that helped her. Obviously, like I said in pre-fight, Talia I gave the physical advantages to Talia with the footwork, her movement, her speed, and just her technique, just a little bit more crisp than Jessica Andrade. Talia also implemented a clinch where she was clinching Jessica to kind of suffocate some of that pressure and things of that nature. So it kind of offset, and then that those fast kicks, that lead head kick that she has, that she flips up there and gets her off, that she fires off really well, that you have to deal with. She fires that head kick up there, you have to deal with it, you can't ignore it. And she was able to land that fast jabs, fast straight punches. She was quick, she was good, she was crisp. I loved all the things that I seen with Natalia in this. When, like I said, she needed to turn this into a point fight, but be point fighting with looking to finish, right? You want to in and out, light on the feet, bow, land good sharp shots. Don't get stagnated, and also land these shots with an intention to try to look for a finish. And she did well. She did very well. She stayed on the outside. She landed great shots. She dealt with the pressure well. Jessica was very, very relentless coming forward and trying to corner her. And she dealt with the pressure very well. So she'll move up and start to get into that title picture. So that's dope. Main event, Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady. Sean Brady came out, showed evolution to his boxing, right? Because essentially with Gilbert Burns, that's what you want. Like I said in the pre-fight, Gilbert lunges, right? He's a lunger. So you got to be able to essentially slip, rip, land some shots, make him be able to miss, put shots on him. Sean didn't do that. He more so worked the volume, right? So he was able to bang, bang. He was first. He got in his face, and he accumulated and added on multiple shots. And one of the things that we've seen with Gilbert in this fight, and that I now see as a deficiency, is Gilbert just shells up. Whenever you get in his face and his shots, and he can't really time them on where they're coming from, he kind of just shelled up and stuck in his shell and didn't really offer anything back as a return from that or anything like that. He just kind of shelled up and just went with it. And Sean took advantage of that and just kept throwing the volume and chaining shots in together. Like I said before in the breakdown, Sean Brady needed to two punch and two and three punch combinations like he breathes. He needed to get them off flow, and they needed to flow into his game. He did that very well, and he even added additional punches onto it. Maybe more like sometimes at times adding 5, maybe 6 punches onto it from the jab, bang, bang, bang to just flow his shots in there. Just because Gilbert wasn't slipping and ripping. He wasn't brawling. Like I said, Gilbert's he's a lunger. He has to spring and lunge. That doesn't make for the best counter strikes. One thing that I would have liked to see a little bit more from Gilbert, that I was a little bit surprised that we didn't see that little counter check hook that he threw against Chimaev. He was able to drop Chimaev with, and he dropped Usman with. We didn't see that. We didn't see that at all in this fight. We saw him just kind of a little bit more passive, a little bit more concede and accept just being punched on, essentially. And I think that's what looked bad for him. His back up against the cage and those things. Sean Brady did a good job. Also, another thing that I called that he should do is grapple Gilbert, not with the intention to take him down, but just to wear him out. And he did that very well. He shot for takedowns, put him down, made him work to get up, to grapple him into the cage. As I said, a lot of dirty boxing, a little rock'em sock'em on the inside was beautiful. The things that I thought that Sean Brady should do in this fight, he did them, and he did them very well, and he was able to come out with a unanimous victory. I think he pretty much clean sweeped every round, damn near, except for maybe one. Great performance. Great performance. He now moves forward and is back up there in the title picture. And you got to think, a guy like Sean Brady has only lost to the champion of this division. His only loss in his career is to the best in the world right now in that division. And pretty solid fight night card. We got some new contenders rising to the top, new cream rising to the top, if you will. And yeah, bro, we got the Sphere that coming up this weekend. I might do an early breakdown for that video, just because it's an exciting card and it's huge. And I got a lot of things going on, so I might not get a war council in for this. I will be heading back out to Vegas in a few days, so I will try to get a war council in. But just in case, I will do a breakdown and give my thoughts on the fights and all those things. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Check out the fights. That's just kind of how I seen this, y'all. I know y'all kind of noticed I got the hat on. It's my pop's birthday, so I figured I'd go with the pop swag today with the hat and everything like that. Shout out to you, pops. Love you. Appreciate you. All those things. Sweet Dreams Nation. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. I'm going to get with y'all later, and we definitely going to talk some more fights.